Hello, thank you for joining Gordon's Nursery. Go ahead and hit the like button, click the subscribe for me. I'd appreciate that. Okay, let's get right into it. As you see, I have purchased a smaller, I have purchased my first silicone blanket, a full body. I've never painted before. So, um, it's about 14 inches. You've seen them online. People are selling them. I've seen several people sell them. However, they were painted and all this and that. I'm going to go ahead and show you the blanket. Yes, I had taken her out the plastic. I did everything. I've had her for quite some time now. The thing is that um, I I'm just nervous about painting her. She was supposed to be. She's so cute. She was supposed to be a sorry about that. The video stopped because I accidentally touched the wrong buttons. I was trying to get her position into the camera so you guys could see her. I wasn't trying to do nothing fancy with the bling. I just wanted to prop her up so you guys could see her pretty much. Like I said, I haven't painted and I'm really nervous about painting her. Some people would be like, girl, just go for it. She's a smaller kit. I don't know if you can see that. She's about hand width. I mean, I can hold her head to my hand. I don't know if I can show you guys in person. Let's see if I can get it positioned where you guys can see. Hold that thought. So I'm hoping she stays in camera because I can't really see. I have a mirror, but it's not facing where it should. Anyway, now I gotta situate the blanket back. But I'll probably just need to move this because it'll probably take her out of the camera. I guess I just need to take the plastic off. I hate moving the plastic because this is already gonna be rough trying to get all the lint off of her. That's the only thing I'm afraid of. Anywho, so you guys can see her. Yeah, so she's a smaller little kid. I'm trying to push my nerves up to paint her. You probably seen her, like I said, you've seen pretty much seen her before. I'm trying to let you see her little, she has a little, excuse me for all the noise in the plastic. I'm gonna take a little mitts off so you guys can see her hands. Her little hands are balled up. And she's not real sticky. And that's why I'm trying to keep her not to be so sticky. So she has little hands balled up. Hope the camera focus. And then she has this little sad little frown to her face. Both her hands are bald. Both of them are bald. And she has these little toes. And like everything looks really good on her as far as her proportion to her little feet and body, hands and stuff. So she's little toes, which would be something I'll paint. You probably say, oh, I see that little clip. Well, everything's not perfect. She still looks good to me. Especially since she would be especially since she's a kid that I would be my first time painting. And then she has a little ball head. Her little head is perfect. Of course, I'll root her myself. She has this little ball head, which is fine. And what I like about it is that she will be able to, her head twists. You know what I mean? Like she can lay her head either way, and it doesn't matter. Of course, she doesn't have any armatures in her. Again, That's something. She's anatomically correct, so I don't need to take that off. You know what that look like. Her body looks pretty good for the foremost part. I guess I could do that much for you. I don't need to take a diaper off though. Um, like I said, you guys seen that before. Um, uh, she is. I've been thinking about, like, I watch videos, talk to one of my good friends, and was talking about putting armatures in her, just to keep her from being so floppy. But I do actually like her being floppy, and the reason why I like her being floppy is because I get to just see her limp move. You know what I mean? Because with the armatures, it kind of stop her from being as though she's just knocked out type of thing. Her little body, the artist did, I think, once again, this is my opinion. You probably say, oh, well, you ain't been around other dolls. That's fine too. I have seen some. But my thing is that for her to be, her little body, she's well proportioned. Um, she has, I like the detail on this little baby. She has her little chest. Um, she has her little tummy. She also has a belly button, and she has her stomach is, it's round, like you, like everything looks good on her. Like I said, I don't need to take off her diaper. I can show you her little bun, but you don't need to see the other stuff. Other than that, she looks good. I don't see any indents. Um, I had them to seal it for me because, again, this is my first. And just because you have these like little ridges on here is just detail to show you where ribs would be. And so you wouldn't get a whole lot of detail with a smaller baby, a preemie, at least not this type, not this one in particular. I'm pretty sure other people are like, oh no, I can make that better. That's cool. Um, but again, for the price I paid for her, it's still a decent amount of money. I don't have money like that. So it was still a nice amount of money. I do have, however, okay, let me just show you her little bun. She has, and yeah, she has some little shiny spots, but I'm praying and hoping that when I paint her, that stuff goes away. Of course, I don't know. This is my first time she has a little bun. Hope you guys can see that, and that's why I said she looks really good. I like how her little bun is. I like babies with buns, even with my reborns. Um, I like my reborns to have a butt so I can feel like it's a real baby. But again, the diaper covered most of that up so you won't know it. But it's just something I like. It's my little pet peeve thing. The other thing is that there's different paints to paint with them. I found I found 3 different paints. And of course the paints that I found, they can be, one is very expensive. Um, and then I have this cell pig or whatever it's called, which I believe that's what they I believe that's what people had started painting with years and years ago. And now that, all everybody's jumping on the bandwagon, and of course Hollywood has the best thing going on with their paints. Of course everybody jumped on all of those different paints that they have now out. And so I did buy Cell Pig for her when I ordered this doll to paint her, and I had bought my silicone uh, mixture because I in one of my videos, I don't know if you've seen it, but in one of my videos I was trying to just see how it feels to do silicone and see how easy it would be to do a cast. And so I found it to be not too difficult. But again, you know, not taking away from the big artists out there, because hey, they doing a thing, all of them. I'm not taking nothing from nobody. At this point, everybody's doing a really good job with making them. But um, it's something I want to learn how to do. That may not be this year, and it may not be next year, but it's something that I would like to do. I'll just put it like that. However, um, silicone, the silicone is, if you don't have that machine that shakes that stuff up and gets those bubbles out, you're gonna have a hard time trying to get all those bubbles out of the silicone. So that's why I said what I said about people are doing their thing, because I don't care if the, yeah, some people, babies' eyeballs are close together. They look kind of retarded, but sorry, I don't mean to say that. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. They don't look well proportioned. Their eyeballs is really close. They could be far away, too far away. some some people, it's, I mean, it's whatever they sculpted to be is what they sculpted to be. But people look for certain things to look right. I know I do. And we usually, like another artist said, oh, it's okay, I guess I can say her name, Miss Serenity said, we usually get what we're familiar with, and that is so true. We go according to what we know of and used to. So some people are probably used to their kids' eyes being really close in, but the baby eyes are well proportioned. There's space in between the bridge of the nose as well, and because this baby's face is small, you're gonna have everything kind of close. But on a bigger baby, you would expect the nose to be a little further down and the eyes a little bit further up. Whereas I've seen some sculptors where that baby eyes and nose are like right plastered in there, and then they got all this forehead. Like, that really doesn't make sense to me, but that's something they may be used to in their family. That's something that may run in their family. They're used to looking at people like that. Who knows? Anywho, the baby ears are proportioned, and she did really a good detail with this little baby's ears. Like, they're nice. They're really nice. So I just like different things about it, because it gives me a chance, right, to experience how to paint different things and different parts of it. And because it wasn't as expensive as um it's I would like to purchase another one to do it again, and perhaps sell it, because I wouldn't want to keep it. And the reason why I wouldn't want to keep it is because that wouldn't be my first. This would be my first, and people are like, oh, you should keep your first. So I kind of would want to keep this as my first, but the other one, I would definitely sell it. I would love to sell and get rid of it. I just want the experience of painting them. So this is my first. I don't mean to make this video long. So, I'm hoping I can come back and show you guys this before the year's out. Just because, you guys, I know that I put blank vinyl kits and stuff like that, and I might not post up the baby until months later, but I may have done it already. It just depends, because I have a tendency to do other people. I help other people with different things that they with their dolls, basically. So there's things that I do outside my own, and of course, because of that, it kind of takes away from me doing things, which is cool, because my time is valuable when I do, but I do it for the fun. But because they appreciate my service and my help, they compensate me for it, and I appreciate that. So like I said, I have this is my very first. I have two other babies that are coming, that are silicone, that is blank, that is not painted. I would love, 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 love. I would love for someone to paint at least one of them for me, but because the funds is not there, and I'm not for sure how much people are charging to paint. Um, it's just that I would not be able to do that, so I have to learn on my own. Like, I had to learn how to figure out how to paint the vinyl dolls, and as well as research, do a lot of research with doing hair, and it took me a while to get it, but within probably a year and a half, I had learned, and when I ended up started to do hair for someone that needed some really professional stuff done, I had to take my time, and that's how I ended up really learning, because it was someone else's money and someone else's values. So I ended up taking my time doing quite a bit, and that's how I learned. And so I will do this kit. I would do her from I would paint her and do her hair. She is going to be a replica of my niece that passed away, basically. My niece had a baby, and so I'm really going to try to mimic her, because I did not, at the time when I asked someone to do it, I had the money to pay them, but they were not doing it then because they were learning how to do it. And so, um, yeah, so that's what's going on with this little kit here. I'm going to paint her. I'm going to root her. Um, I have a picture of her. She passed away like within a few days later. I made it to get to see her. I traveled all the way up there to see her in Georgia, and I was excited. Her name was Miracle, and I was able to name her Tenacity. So this is who this baby would resemble. She Only thing is, Miracle did have longer limbs. She wasn't sad. She had this cute long face, but because it's hard to get a preemie that looks real enough like a human being, it was hard to find one. And so this one, I saw this and I was like, this is it. This is perfect. This is close as I can get to a real baby. I just wish she had a smiley face, or more of a simple, instead of a frown, because Miracle face, her little face was she didn't have a frown to her face. So anywho, I want to thank you guys for joining me. Sorry for rambling on, but that was just a personal story that I shared with you about why I got this silicone. And I will be receiving 2 more silicones sometime in the future here. For sure, next year I'll receive my other one that is more expensive, the Lillian Breed style. And then I have another one coming in from DMH Studios, who I've been paying on. So I will be showing that one as well, which is the Everly kit. Um, Lena Smith, I think she painted one, and it came out really nice. So I'm hoping. Look, I'm not trying to say I'm painting like Lena Smith, but baby, hey, if I can get there, I'll be excited. I will give kudos to those who do, that I know of, that that I've seen so far. And so far, a lady named uh, her name is 2 times Nursery, something like that. Her name is Mona. She goes by Mona. And then Serenity does really good work. I mean, like, really nice. I like all their work. Mona has stepped her game up. Um, who else is there that I know that I've seen paint? There's a couple of people on Facebook. I don't know their names right off the bat. Just loving people. I just like different artists' work, and it just looks really good. And the only reason why I'm saying those names is because they're not sculptors. Those are collectors slash artists. They're not sculptors. And so I didn't say any sculptors because they are already on another level. We're trying to get there. And so I called them out because those were the 2 that I know I seen really good work. And Miss Lena, she's just bad altogether. Excuse me. So this will be my first attempt, of course. Thank God my niece was she was a little lighter, so that's where I'm going towards, because she was light. So it gives me a little break in between, to be able to achieve at least her color, her skin tone. So I'm not going head in with a darker tone baby or anything like that. And it's because this baby, even though you can go either way with this baby, it's easy for it. It looks like it will be easy to take this baby and put her into a biracial baby. In our world, in the Dolly world, they call light-skinned or high yellow kids biracial. And so that's where I'm going with this baby. So hopefully I do what I'm going to set out to achieve. And I don't know if I'll do the Silpic paint. That's one of the reasons why I haven't painted her. And I still have not gotten. I've gotten some stuff that I needed to paint with her already. It's just that I'm holding back on whether or not I want to use the seal pick or go ahead and just kick it off, go all the way hard and get the expensive paint in order to paint her to be perfected the way I want her to be perfected as far as painting my bigger babies. And once I get comfortable with painting, I'd probably paint more, but of course they would probably be my own personals babies because again, silicone is very expensive. So I wouldn't say I would not paint silicone babies for other people, but what I will say is that I do not want to mess up someone else's baby, so I would paint a lot more on my own first before I even attempt to paint someone else. I'm looking at the grumpy head. I wanted the whole body for the grumpy. The grumpy, I think it's I'm saying all these people's names. Studio something is on Facebook, but I wanted her grumpy cat when I saw it on Facebook with one of the ladies in the doll community, and she didn't have the whole kit anymore. She just had the head, and so I said I was going to get the head as well. So that'll be another thing that I paint would be the grumpy because believe it or not, those babies, the grumpy babies look just like my great nieces and nephews. I lie to you not. Those babies, as soon as I saw them, they just reminded me of them, and I want one because they look like them so much. So yeah, because I have couple of twins, twin nieces and nephews, but they have a little sister who came right behind them. So I call them triplets because they're all close in age. You know that 6 month gap thing. So I call them triplets, and they all look alike. And I tell you, the last one looks like the brother of the twin, identical, identical. So yeah, that's why I call them triplets because it's just she looks just like her brother, and then the other one looked like she was born in a sack by herself, but she still looks like him. Anywho, I'm sorry for rambling on. You guys, take care of yourself. Be blessed and be safe out there. COVID is reaching its highest marks right now, and you guys need to be safe. Make sure your kids are being taken care of. Make sure you're covering your kids, especially even think about yourself when you go out and you come back with your kids or you come back in the house with them. You know, they still have to be exposed by going to school. Give it a thought, about what if, because you took them out or you went out and just didn't do the right things, that the class or someone get infected by the COVID, and then now your child is you set out of work, and because it was something as simple as, hey, wash your hands, let's take these clothes off, because they're in and out, and we know kids are they're just all over the place. Even though they try to be mindful, they're not adults, and we need to treat them as such. Anywho, I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and if you guys have any comments, I would love to read them and see what your thoughts are behind this. And once again, thanks for joining Gordon's Nursery.